Hello guys, welcome to Trello Beginner's Guide. To get started, first go to Trello.com. Next, click on Get Trello for free. In the next page, sign up for your account using your email ID or with your Google, Microsoft or Apple account. For this tutorial, I will be using my Google account. Next, choose an ID and click on Create your account to create a Trello account. In the next page, enter your workspace name and click Confirm. Next, click on the button Take me to Trello. Next, let's see how to change account settings and customize the account. To do that, click on the profile icon and then go to Profile and Visibility. Now in the next page, you can change your username and bio. After making changes, click on Save to apply the changes. Next, click on Atlassian Profile. Now if you want to make changes to your cover or header photo, go to Header Image section and then left click on it. Next, select the option Upload an image and then select the image and then click Open. Next, if you want to change the profile photo, go to Profile Image section and then left click on it. Next, select the option Add Profile Photo and then select a profile photo and click Upload. Next, if you want to change the visibility of your profile photo, click on the drop-down menu and select the option that you want. Next, if you want to add more details to your account, for example, job title, then click on your job title and then enter your title. And then click on the tick mark to save it. Similarly to job title, you can also add your contact email ID and set the visibility according to your needs. Next, go to the email page. Now, if you want to change your registered email ID, then enter your new email ID under New Email Address. And then click Save to make the changes. Next, go to Security page. In the Security page, you can change your account password and can also enable two-step verification. If you want to enable two-step verification, then click on Manage two-step verification and then follow the process. Next, go to Account Preference page to make changes to your account language, time zone, or to delete your account. Next, go to Connected Apps page to find all the apps that are connected to your account. Next, let's see how to enable or disable notifications. To do that, click on the profile icon and then go to Settings. Next, click on Change Notification Email Frequency and then select the notification frequency that you want. Next, click on Allow Desktop Notifications and then choose an option that suits you. Next, click on Disable Suggestion to stop the suggestions. Similarly, you can click on Opt out of marketing emails if you want to stop receiving the marketing emails. Next, if you want to enable Color Blind Friendly Mode, you can click on Enable Color Blind Friendly Mode. Next, you can click on Manage your recent devices to check or to log out other devices that are connected to your account. Next, let's see how to add members to your account. To add members, click on Members. Next, click on the button Invite Workspace Members and then enter the email address and click Enter. Next, enter a short description and click on Send Invite. Now, if you want to make a user admin or remove them, then you can use admin or leave button. Now, let's see how to create boards from scratch. To do that, click on Create. Next, click on Create Board. Next, select the background that you want for your board. Next, enter the board title. Next, set the visibility for your board. Next, click on Create to create your board. Next, let's see how to rename or add a list. To rename a list, click on the list name that you want to rename and enter your new name for the list. Next, if you want to add a list, click on Add Another List. Next, enter your list name. And then click on Add List. Next, let's see how to add a card. To add a card, click on Add a Card button. Next, enter a title for the card. Now do this for all the cards that you want to add. Now, if you want to rearrange your card, simply drag and drop the card to the location where you want. Next, let's see how to add details to a card. To add details, click on the card that you want to add details to. To add description to a card, click on Add a more detailed description and then enter your description. And then click on Save to save it. And if you want to edit your description, click on Edit and follow the same process. To add members to a card, click on Members and then select the members that you want to add. Next, click on Labels to add labels to your card and then select a color that you want for that particular label. Next, click on Pencil or Edit button and then enter a name for your label and click Save to save it. To add checklist to your card, click on Checklist and then enter a name for your checklist and click on Add. Next, create a series of checklists by adding various items under your checklist. To do that, enter the name of your item. Next, click on Add to tag a member for that particular checklist. Or you can click on Assign to add members to the checklist, which is only available for paid version. And you can also add due dates for a checklist by clicking on Due Dates. After adding all the details, click on Add to create an item under your checklist. Now do this for all the items that you need under your checklist. Next, if you have completed a checklist, then check the checker box. And if you want to hide the completed items, then click on Hide Checked Items. And if you want to delete the entire checklist, you can do that by clicking on Delete button. Next, to add due dates for your card, click on Dates and select a due date. Next, check the checkered box near Start button to set the start date for the card. Next, select a due date reminder from the drop-down menu. And then click Save to save the dates. Next, if you want to add attachments to your cards, then click on Attachment. And then use any one of the method to add a file. Next, if you want to add covers to your card, click on Cover and then select a cover that you want. Next, let's see how to add power-ups to your card. To add power-ups, click on Power Up. Next, select the power-up that you want from the list. Next, click on Add to add it to your cards. Next, sync the cards with your power-up by linking them with your ID. Next, if you want to remove the power-ups, click on Settings and then click on Disable to remove it. Next, let's see how to automate cards. To automate cards, click on Add button. Next, you can select a button template or you can create a button from scratch. First, let me show you how to create a button from the template. To create a button from a template, select a template, for example, Move Card to. Next, enter a title for your card. Next, select the rules for your button. And click on Add button to create a button. Next, let's see how to create button from scratch. To create a button from scratch, click on Create a custom button. Next, select the icon for your button. Next, enter a title for your button. Next, select the option that you want and then click on Add Action. Next, select the button type you want and then select the action for your button. And then click Save to create the custom button. Next, enable the option on how you want to share your button. Next, to use the button you created, open the cards and click on the button that you want to use. Next, to move a card from one list to other, simply drag and drop a card from one list to other. Next, you can enable the star button to make your board show up at the top of all the listed boards. Also make it show up at the Start section. Next, let's see how to add description to a board. To do that, go to the Show menu. Next, click on About this board. Next, click on the Description section. Next, add the description. And then click Save. Next, let's see how to add stickers to your cards. To do that, go to Show menu. Next, click on Stickers. Next, select a sticker that you want. Next, drag and drop the selected stickers on top of a card. Next, let's see how to change workspace of a board. To do that, go to Show menu. Next, click on More. Next, click on Settings. Next, click on Change Workspace. Next, select the workspace from the drop-down menu. Next, select the option that you need for your board. Next, click on Change to make the changes. Next, if you want to disable the covers of the board, you can click on Card Covers Enabled to disable it. Next, you can click on Commenting Permissions to change the commenting permissions of the board. Next, you can click on Add or Remove Permissions to allow who can add or remove members from the board. Next, let's see how to define labels for cards globally. To define labels globally, click on Show menu. Next, click on More. Next, click on Labels. Next, select a color and click on Edit button, and then enter a name for the label. And then click Save. Similarly, do this for all the labels that you required. Next, let's see how to share the board. To share a board, you can use different methods. The first method is by clicking on the Share button. Next, enter the email ID or name of the person that you want to share the board with. Next, click on Share. Next, let's see how to share the board using other methods. To do that, click on Show menu. Next, click on More. Now, you can either share the link, which is under Link for this board, or you can click on Show QR code and then download the QR code to share it. Next, let's see how to make a template or a copy of a board. To do that, go to Show menu. Next, click on More. If you are a paid member, then you can click on Make Template to create a template. And if you are a free user, click on Copy Board. Next, enter a title for your board. Next, select a workspace. Next, select the privacy of the board. Next, select the option that you need. Next, click on Create to create the new board. Next, let's see how to close a board. To do that, go to Show menu. Next, click on More. Next, click on Close Board. Next, click on Close. Now, if you want to reopen the board, click on Reopen. And if you want to delete the board permanently, click on Permanently Delete Board. Now, if you want to view a closed board, then click on View All Closed Boards. From there, you can either reopen a closed board or you can permanently delete a board. Next, let's see how to create a board from existing template. To do that, choose a category. Next, select a template from the list. Next, click on Create Board from Template and follow the same process as I showed while creating the custom board. Next, let's see how to delete your Trello or Atlassian account. To do that, click on Profile icon. Next, click on Settings. Next, scroll down and then click on Manage or delete your Atlassian account. Next, click on Account Preference. Next, click on Delete Account. In the next page, click on Delete Account. Again, click on Delete Account to delete your account permanently. And if you want to cancel the deletion, click on Cancel Deletion.